How you going? Yeah, look, I've just gone in and had a quick look around Sendpepper, and then I've gone to log out, and it's actually taken us back to ontraport. Now, ontraport is, and I'm not sure whether you've seen, so I'll just say quickly, ontraport is um, new name for Office Autopilot. Okay, so when I've logged out, so it's going to be the same login details. Um, so when we go here, now I'm just going to pause this in case it gets shared. Okay, so we've come back in. We've just arrived back in here. Now, I've actually just been recording for the last 2 minutes, but without the record button going, I might add. So we come in. We're going to just create a quick standard email. Okay, I'm going to just well, I'll just copy that for quickly sake, and so sorry. Okay, I'll just add sample.com. Okay. Now I'm just going to, because I've missed this on the first recording. Now I know that this is case sensitive, and I know that I've done this before. So I'll come back in and show you that this is a sample. So I'm just going to go back up into here just for the example now. Down in here we've got mail merge, so it's all the different fields that are actually in the contact, okay, in amongst the contacts. We're all pulled up here. Later on down the track when we get membership sites and all that sort of stuff, it also starts to get involved in that as well. Okay, so we're just going to add surname, insert field. And once you get your head around it, you can obviously just type them in, but it is very case sensitive. So now, just going to save that. Now we're going to come through into the autopilot side, and I kind of stuffed up here because I started recording, but we're just going to edit that quickly. Okay, what I've done already is I've actually created a message, but I'll delete it for the sake of the redoing. We're going to add. Now that I've created a standard message, we've also got Anthony's sample that we can pull in. Right, so we might have done that because we're saying hello 10 times in 10 different email campaigns. There's our standard, and now we might just say, so now we're doing a sequence. Okay, and we get to, right, okay, we'll have to come back into this as well, can certainly help you with that. We only want the sequence to go out on these particular days, and we'll send it out basically straight away, okay, immediately, or we can send it out. Let's send it out. When we might want to be at the top of the email list each morning, so let's say we're in Australia and we'll tick it off so it hits out and it's sort of basically at the top of their list when they start looking at emails for the day and don't get interrupted. Now we've got to save the step, right, which is the step here. Okay, so we need to try and keep that under the 2. Don't want to get too heavily involved, but that comes back to the length of the content that you've put in. Doesn't like links and bits and pieces, but that's a bit of a practice and learn. So into here we're going to go save the sequence now. So we've saved the step and we've saved the sequence. And a big warning here is if we don't save the step, and sorry, even though we've saved the step, if we don't save the sequence, we've lost it. Okay, so now we want to look at a form. So we've got to come in here. There's a few bits and pieces here which we'll need to go through further through. I noticed that we've got to add yourself in. I won't get too carried away, but somewhere in here, it's in your settings area. We'll go through later on. So manage smart forms is where we're creating a new form. We do have a sample here, but we'll go about creating one just quickly. Alright, we're just going to call it Amanda's form. Anthony again, we'll call it sample. So we'll save that. Now we can add fields as well. Again, it's coming from the list in the contact list. Alright, we can remove fields. You've got a little add delete buttons here. Okay, delete. And we want to try and capture, whilst it'd be nice to capture everything, the less that they have to do. In my understanding is the less they have to do, the more chance you've got of actually getting what you want, what you need, whatever you would like. Now we can come back into I'll just jump in around, so I'm sort of on a mission now as well. But we've got different templates that you can start to pull down from. Okay, you can start to add different areas or elements into here, where we can just start to add. Okay, form style. You can start to do a lot of design. We'll come back into that as a second stage. Background. You can start to put images and bits and pieces and what have you in there as well. So that's we're going to, in the settings, right, so that's the different options. You can come to a standard URL. You might create landing pages. Not too sure about that with this particular one. Office autopilot, yes. Tags, what have you, we'll come back into this as a later. But then we want to add a rule. Right, so name your rule. Shoot off sample sequence. Okay. Right. What should happen? We can sort of say if they've done that or what they've done, which is a great thing of this program, I might add. So we want to assign the person into a sequence, assign contact to sequence. Okay. What is the sequence? Not going to be too hard at the moment because we've only got the one. Okay. So save that. Okay, we're just going to save that. We'll use a default. Okay, save again. And we want to publish the form, which is where you start to get to code to embed and copy and paste and rah. You'll find that's all you really need a lot of the time. Okay, you can come back into here. What I'll do is I'll actually give you this code and the link so that it actually shows you at the finish line as well. Sometimes I've found, depending on where you're putting it and with the responsive themes, I've sometimes found that I've had to use this script as well, just letting you know, not trying to confuse you. So again, we'll now save that. We'll now come across, so very quick, see, not sure where I'm going to be at. Right, let's, where am I going? So let's say we're into WordPress now, we're adding a different widget in there. Okay, we're going to come across and we're going to add in we want to put it on a particular area. For me, I'm just sort of getting this around. I'm not going to do the typos anymore, so we're going to paste the HTML in there. Okay, let's save that. Quickly go and visit the site. Again, I'm just sort of chucking everything in quickly for you. There we go. There it is there. So now, right. if everything's been done correctly. Hey, cool. So we've got all the standards that we can start to set up. Depending on the time, but we've actually set that to come out at 7 o'clock, so we're down at 6:30 at the moment. And hey, I reckon that's pretty much it. Okay, so we've got everything there. Your account, just sort of for your own email and getting things verified. All different steps that we need to go back through and start getting head around and organising the back end of the system. So, okay, so I shouldn't. Yeah, you've got all that. You've got to register your email in the system. Alright, so I'll let you dabble around with that. I'd love to be able to just sort of sit and get it done for you right now. But I've got to get going. Okay, have a good one. Bye.